Hello and welcome again to my um, half an hour. Sorry, just checking the time. Half an hour or 15 minute to half an hour live session here. Most of this live sessions going to be talking about stereograms and the triple flare. I just want to get people familiar with the topic. So this is an auto stereogram, and it's a shark. This one is a traditional stereogram. Oops. Traditional stereogram. What do I do here? A traditional stereogram. And what we're trying to do is use the human face to achieve this here. So again, using traditional stereograms or auto stereograms. I believe this one's a shark, and this one is a cube. You sort of relax your eyes, and you'll see an optical illusion in the stereogram, or a cube in the traditional stereogram. So when you use a face, you relax your eyes, and you'll see three eyes, two nose, and two mouth. And the goal is to try to get two people to do this technique, learn from the auto stereogram and the traditional stereogram. And you try to equalize or harmonize using this triple flare technique that's derived from other stereoscopic toys and other stereoscopic perspectives. So that's just for the newbie here. And some of the other things I just want to talk about was Starlight Yoga. So you can go out at night, cross the stars, reharmonize, or equalize with your friend in the triple flare position, then go back outside and relax your eyes around the stars and sort of see three stars instead of two. You can also use the triple flare for circuit training. So you and your friends can go out and do the triple flare. You can pass a ball, you can do shuffle steps, you can do a variety of exercises to help to improve your coordination, your balance, and your timing. Definitely your timing and quick reaction, controlled quick reaction. The triple flare is also great for celebrations, parties, other weekend-like events. Today's Friday, so we're trying to kick off this week with some triple flare knowledge to add it as a party trick. The triple flare also helps to stimulate creativity, and helps to stimulate the brain, which aids in creativity, creative thinking. Which, if you use the triple flare, it's a technique that's useful in removing mental block. When you do the triple flare, you can use a webcam, you can use a piece of paper. Preferably, if you use two people, you'll feel a rush as your brain gets stimulated and fluids rush to your brain. Try to go a couple hours, half an hour to an hour to 2 hours in that triple flare position with a friend, and then try to relax and see how your brain and your reactions are well timed, I guess. The triple flare also allowed me to be creative. I had a massive creative surge when using the triple flare. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of friends to do it at the time because it's a complicated maneuver coming from stereoscopic toys, and those are already unpopular with some people. I was able to use a piece of paper and stimulate through art, which helped me to be creative. I'm not really a creative person. I'm not extremely talented. It has helped to develop my creative skills for sure. Um, the technique is a little bit awkward, definitely. Coming from the stereoscopic toys, a lot of people don't like to solve or have difficulty solving the auto stereograms, and also have difficulties using solving the traditional stereograms. So they can be a little bit awkward and difficult to do. I'm just an enthusiast of stereograms and stereoscopic puzzles and toys. I'm not a medical specialist. I'm just an enthusiast in this area, in this hobby. Um, Unfortunately, there's not a lot of information about the triple flare. I think I'm the only person doing it, and and there's not a lot of information. There's not a lot of professionals in ophthalmology or in the area of stereoscopic science studying autostereograms or or traditional stereograms. There's not a lot of people in the triple flare world. So I'm sort of new to this myself, looking for other professionals, looking for other interested people. Um, I guess I could do a short triple flare session. I might have a prepared slide here. Maybe I don't have it available right now. Oh, sorry, here we go. So I got an example of a face here, and I just cut out the eyes so I can just sit over the camera, and then I just relax my eyes, and I'll see three eyes, and I'll feel a rush, and then I'll engage in sort of like a party like mode. A little bit shaky here. Sorry for the bad camera angle. So I'll take a deep breath. So there's that angle is pretty new. And like I said, I'm sort of the newest person doing this hobby, and it's really great for people that like to celebrate or have like to do to dance. I guess I'm just an enthusiast in the puzzles and sort of just followed through into the human face and looking for other people that are sort of enthusiasts in the celebration zone. Um, Also found that the triple flare is pretty helpful for developing micro macro skills. So if you go a few sessions in circuit training, or if you have a partner or some friends you like to party with or celebrate with, and you use the triple flare, you'll find that if you use this in part of your training, when you go, if you're a quarterback, it helps to improve your fast thinking in a short amount of time. That, for example, or if you're play hockey, if you want to get an advantage on the goaltender, this helps to improve your quick thinking in a short amount of time. So your micro macro skills. One of the neat things about it is it's wireless and hands free, and it can be very entertaining. It's cheap to do and can help to fill the void of boredom. And you don't have to. You can keep your clothes on, obviously. So it's great for people that are conservative. Even you can use the webcams and things like that to keep it very conservative. So if you're shy like myself, I'm pretty shy. You can use this technique to get to know someone or let yourself be out there. Um, so it's sort of a great opener to a relationship before you start committing, so you can have several friends using that triple flare um, skill, and you can open up without having to commit into a serious relationship. So it's pretty useful for getting to know a lot of people pretty fast. So for speed dating, it's an ideal skill. So you sort of download the person, they download you, boom, 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 and you kind of get a feel, just like smelling a rose. You get a feeling for the person. So I'll just recap for the newcomers. This is a live session on stereoscopic puzzles and toys. So we're sort of focusing on the auto stereogram and the traditional stereogram to get this desired effect. So in the auto stereogram, you relax your eyes, you sort of look through the image or look through this image here, and you'll see a three-dimensional image. With the traditional stereograms, you look through the piece of paper or you look through this image and you'll see three images, two outer images and a middle image of a three-dimensional form. Applying that technique with the auto stereogram and the traditional stereogram, you look at a face and you should see three eyes, two noses, and two mouths as you relax your eyes. So you should see something like this. Like this here. And the whole goal is to try to get two people engaging in the triple flare at the same time. So you look at a friend looks at you, relax your eyes, you split the face open to see three eyes, two noses, and two mouths. And you'll find yourself within 5-10 minutes, you'll find yourself becoming goofy, silly, and wanting to enter the like a celebration or a party. It's great for people that like to party or celebrate. Sort of new to biology. So again, just using the skills from auto stereogram. This one should be a shark. And traditional stereograms, this should be a cube. You just look at a face and you'll see three eyes, two noses, and two mouths. So you sort of engage in the reflex, and you'll sort of initiate a response that takes you to a party or to celebration mode. Sort of new to biology. So I'll just run through some things. So when you learn a skill, it's great to sort of experiment. So if you have a pod of friends or if you have a partner, you can engage in the reflex, and then you can go outside and cross and relax your eyes until you see three stars. So you look at two stars, relax your eyes until you see three stars, hold that pose. You can even do a yoga and then reinitiate with your friend to sort of play with depths. So you're looking at stars that are in the distance, and then you re-engage the triple flare with a friend of yours, or even using a webcam or a painting. So the triple flare is great for circuit training. So if you have a pod of friends, and you like a circuit train, excuse me a second, and you like a circuit train, sorry, I had a little cough there. You like a circuit train, you can you can pass the balls, you can squat, you can do a whole bunch of different exercises with your friends in the triple flare position. Do it for a minute and just go in circuits around in the circuit training with your pod of friends. You get a mixture of reactions and responses and build your strength and your endurance. It's great for if you're going out this weekend. You want to celebrate. This is a great skill to have to sort of engage in the reflex or engage in a celebration for sure. The triple flare helps to stimulate the brain, which aids in creativity and may help to improve removing mental block. When you engage in a triple flare, especially if you do it with two people, you'll feel a rush as fluids rush to your brain, and try to go a couple hours in the triple flare with two people or in a group of friends, or with surrounding art, um, and go for a couple hours, and then maybe go hit the mall and see how smart your decisions are, your choices are. See if you pick up quality. Just go celebrate and then hit the mall, or celebrate and go buy real estate if you can. So the triple flare has allowed me to be creative and has helped to improve my creativity. I'm not really a creative person. Excuse me, not really a creative person, but I like to do it a little bit, and it's helped to increase my character design and help to increase my creative skills for sure. It's a little bit awkward. The position is a little awkward, because it comes from stereograms and auto stereograms, and those puzzles are already challenging for some people. They can be challenging to do, so there's that warning. But there's a lot of benefits to do this natural process, this new biological process. Um, I'm just an enthusiast in stereograms. I'm not a medical specialist, so this is not advice from a medical specialist. I'm just an enthusiast, a hobbyist in the stereoscopic puzzle area. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of information about the triple flare. It was introduced 2002 by myself. There's not a lot of people. I've been trying to find other people doing it in the area of stereograms and the puzzles, and still new and still a challenging concept. Um, Even in ophthalmology, there's not a lot of specialists or scientists researching the triple flare, engaging in two people to do this biological process. Um, I guess I could do a short triple flare session. So I've prepared a cutout with two eyes, and I just go to the camera, and we can sort of practice our triple flare skills. So I'll take a few deep breaths. And I sort of feel the response. And if I was with a couple people, I want to turn the music on and sort of get silly, I guess. So I'll just take another deep breath. So if you're a fan of the pew pew, pew pew, this is a great sort of reflex where when you're engaged, your body will start elevating to your brain, and you might feel like raising your fingers and just going pew 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 as you sort of point at that middle eye, this sort of middle eye here. It's like a pew pew. So if you're a fan of that, or if you don't like that, then whatever. So I find that triple flare helps open up your micro macro skills. So if you have a short amount of time to do something, like if you're a quarterback, or if you're a center in hockey, or if you're a center in basketball, or if you're taking a 3-point shot in basketball, sports in general, if you're a pitcher or hitter in baseball, or even if you're dribbling down the pitch in soccer or football, then it's a great sort of skill to sort of develop your brain and coordinate your muscles together, so you can make a quick decision, pass or shoot, or do a fancy shot, or a fancy offensive maneuver in a short amount of time. It's wireless, it's hands-free, and it's cheap to do, and it's very entertaining. So if you're short on things to do, if you're bored, or if you're just short on cash too, it's a great way to entertain yourself, to fundraise, to fill the void of doing nothing with nothing. It's great for shy people. If you're timid like myself, I'm shy. You can use it to initiate a relationship or friendships without having to commit into a relationship. It's great to as a music enhancer. It's great for a music enhancer, and it's a natural sort of enhancer. So I'll just go back to the beginning here. and review what this. So this is a stereogram hobbyist live session, and we're just talking about stereograms and the triple flare, which is the new sort of stereogram technique coming from these puzzles here, the auto stereograms and the traditional stereograms. So in this puzzle here, when you do it, you should see a shark in this puzzle. So you relax your eyes, let your eyes adjust, look through this image, look through, and look to the wall, and you should see a shark. This one here is a cube. So you look at the image, relax your eyes, look through, and you should see a cube in the middle. So you'll see two outer images and then a middle image of a cube. It's an optical illusion. So you'll see three cubes when really there's only two. So it's a trick on your eyes. And so what we're trying to do with the triple flare is using this technique here and using this technique here. They're very similar in approach. We're trying to use the human face. So with this here, you see two boxes, two cubes. So you see two eyes. You relax your eyes, and you'll see an optical illusion of three cubes. And then, so when you look at a face and relax your eyes, you should see three eyes, two nose, and two mouths. And so you try to engage in this reflex with a friend. So you look at your friend's face, cross the eyes. You should see three eyes, two nose, two mouth. They look at you, they'll see three eyes. They're relaxed, they'll see three eyes, two nose, and two mouths. And you're initiating this reflex, and you should sort of harmonize. You should sort of relax a little bit, and you should enter a party-like behavior where you can sort of hit the nightclubs or start a party and sort of go for a few hours and wake up their brain, get their brain stimulated. So again, we're just talking about these stereograms and the auto stereograms, using that technique on the human face to get into this. All right, so that's just for the beginners. So I'll just run through a checklist here. So one of the things I like to do with the triple flare is to go out at night. Sorry. Excuse me. To go out at night, look at the stars, cross the stars together, see three stars. You'll stare at two stars, relax your eyes, and then you'll see three stars. Hold that for a few seconds, build your strength like a yoga, and then go to your position area where you engage in a triple flare response with a friend or with a group of friends, or even you can use a webcam or a prepared photo or a prepared slide and reharmonize. So you play with distances. So the stars are far away and your friend or your webcam prepared slide is really close. And when you do it to your prepared slide or friend, you should enter a party like a normalized state of, being social. And then when you cross the stars, you sort of play with distance, and it challenges your brain and challenges your mind. It's just cheap fun. One of the things you do if you're an enthusiast in exercising, you can use this as a skill for circuit training. So you go out with your group of friends, you have your circuit set up for different exercises with pairs, and you look at your friend, they look at you, you initiate the triple flare, find that balance point and do your exercise. You can pass a ball, squat, do other things to challenge and jostle your fitness routine. So this triple flare is a great skill for weekend training or weekend celebration. So if you're going out this weekend and you want to try it, it's great for going to the nightclub or house parties or other social events if you're having friends over, or if you're just going out with your significant other. It's a great skill to have to initiate uh, party mood. So the triple flare helps to stimulate the brain, wake up creativity, and it might even help to remove mental block. The triple flare also has a rush feeling. So when you engage in the triple flare using a prop or a friend, you'll feel a rush as your body focuses attention on this area. You feel a rush, and you should feel a challenging experience, an exciting experience as your creative mind opens and gets more attention, gets more fluids, more nutrients. Goal if you the goal is to either go for half an hour or a couple hours. Just turn on the music, initiate the response, go for a couple hours, and then relax. Even just go to your favorite store, go to the mall to relax, or go to the library to relax. Um, the triple flare definitely has allowed me to be more creative. I'm not really a creative person, pretty shy, boring. But the triple flares increase my creativity and creative output to create more characters and create more creative products, paintings, sketches, and improve along the years. So it's been a consistent progress since 2002, 2008 to 2022. So it's been several decades of progress, but it keeps driving me. So a triple flare can be an awkward position because it's derived from stereoscopic uh, techniques and skills. So a lot of people have a hard time doing the auto stereograms or the traditional stereograms, and this is sort of the next step. So it can be a little bit challenging. It can be out of the box, out of the puzzle realm, out of the glass realm. Um, I'm just an enthusiast in this area of stereoscopic hobbyists. I'm not a medical specialist, so I'm just an enthusiast in the area of stereoscopic puzzles. Unfortunately, I think it's just me doing it. I've got a few friends doing it as well. There's not a lot of information, but it's derived from stereoscopic science. We refer to autostereograms and traditional stereograms for references on how to do the relaxed eyes position. I guess I can do a quick, I prepared a slide here, cut out with two eyes. So then I look at it, relax my eyes, and see three eyes. So I'll just hold it up here, relax. I see three eyes, and I can feel a rush. And if I had a partner or a friend, we'd probably turn the music on. So I'll take a few deep breaths. So if you're a fan of the pew pew, pew pew, you'll find that this skill, the triple flare skill, directly plays with that sort of response, that reflex. So if you like having your fingers out, shooting people, pew pew, you know, stuff like that, you'll find this reflex as you stare. As you relax your eyes in someone's face, you'll see three eyes, and the middle eye will draw you in for zany like reflexes. So it can be a little silly. So I'm probably going to end this session here pretty quick. So just go live for half an hour, get people interested, and I'll probably go live again for another half an hour. But I could probably push it to get more people interested. I think I'll push it for a little bit until I get tired here. So again, just running through for people new to this. It's just a hobbyist discussion on stereoscopic puzzles and toys like this audio stereogram. It should be a shark in this traditional stereogram, which should be a cube. So when you can relax your eyes, look through the image provided, look through the image, you should see a reward of a three-dimensional image. So if you look through this image, if you look through this image, you should see a shark. If you look through this image, you should see a cube, and you'll see three images. The middle image will be three-dimensional. It should be a cube. So using those techniques derived from those puzzles, we're just applying it to a new source, I guess. So you look at a face with the two eyes, which resemble the two cubes. So the two cubes are similar to the two eyes. Then you look through the person, and you should see three eyes, two noses, and two mouths. So as a hobbyist, enthusiast with the stereograms and the auto stereograms, in the stereoscopic puzzles, you learn to relax your eyes, look through the image, or look through the object, and you'll get a reward of an optical illusion. Using that same skill, you look at a face from a friend or an image yourself or whatever, you look through the object, and you should see three eyes. And if you get someone else doing it, or if you capture a webcam, do a few tricks, a few reverberations, you should be able to initiate a response where you get a party-like mood, a party-like behavior. You want to celebrate a little bit. So it's sort of an instant sort of response. It's new to science. It's an easy solution. So I'll just extend this a little bit further. So just starting from the top of the checklist here, one of the things I like to do is do Starlight Yoga, where you go out at night, you look at two stars, relax your eyes, look through the stars, so you'll see three stars. Hold that pose, and then go to your station or your friend, relax your eyes, look through the object, see three eyes, two noses, initiate the party-like behavior, and then go back out and cross stars and do that to play with distances, just to get used to the skill. It's cheap, easy, and it can be fun to do, but it's just cheap to do, and it fills the time. If you like to exercise, the triple flare is great for circuit training. So you set up your circuits, and then you bring in your friends or your partners, initiate the triple flare response with two people. So looking at and looking to, I guess, initiate the triple flare response with two people and do the exercise. Pass a ball, do squats, do marching, and do that to help improve your coordination, your strength, your timing, and your fitness. The triple flare definitely helps to stimulate the brain and helps to aid creativity and thoughtful thinking. But really, to stimulate creativity, for me, that's what I found. Might even help to reduce mental block, keep you driving to your creative goals, to help keep you initiating the creative mind. When you do the triple flare with two people or with another prepared slide, There's a rush feeling as if fluids rush to your brain and you initiate the creative response to party-like behavior. A goal can be to go for half an hour or an hour or 2 hours or even a marathon of the whole night, 8 hours in this position. It's natural, cheap and easy to do, and then relax. Go to the mall or go to your desired destination and just relax. And then, eat some meals, get replenished, and then try it again if you want. It's allowed me, the triple flares allowed me to be creative for sure, helped to increase my creative output over the decades. So it drives me to keep going every time I do it. It's a little awkward because it's derived from the stereogram puzzles, which were awkward for a lot of people already. So the auto stereograms or the traditional stereograms, people have a hard time looking through, initiating the response, seeing the object, or looking at a person, seeing three eyes, two noses, two mouths, and initiating the behavior. I guess I could do a simple triple flare. So I prepared a cutout here. I've cut out for the camera, and I've got two eyes here. And so I just look at the camera, relax my eyes. I'll see three eyes. Take a few deep breaths. And I already feel the response of the pew pew like effect. So I find when I do the triple flare, it's like the pew pew, pew pew. So you look down the middle eye, and you kind of go pew pew. Or other sorts of party tricks. A little silly, it can be funny, a little awkward. So definitely, if you're an athlete and you want to improve your micro macro skills, so you've got a limited amount of time to do a skill or to do a maneuver, score a goal, get the touchdown, score a point, this is a great way to coordinate your mind and your muscles together so you can think and move and perform an action with success. And the triple flare is wireless, hands-free. You can keep your clothes on. It's cheap to do. So if you're bored with very little cash, it's a great way to fill your time with creative actions. And it's easy to do. And then the response can be immediate. For some people, results may vary, but I find it initiates a creative response. So if you're shy, like myself, great skill to have to be social without having to commit in a relationship. So the triple flare is a great enhancer of music. It's natural. It might actually even increase in color recognition, brain power, and it can be a rush. And it can wake you up and get you going and loosen you up. And one of the fun things to do, like I mentioned already with stars, you can look through two stars. So you see three stars and then get into your pod. You can also use this skill with your pets. So if you have pets, cats, dogs, goldfish, anything with two eyes, you look at your pet, you initiate the stereoscopic skill. So you look through them and you'll see three eyes. So you'll see this. You'll see this here. You'll see this on your pet. So you have a cat or a dog. You look through them and you'll see three eyes, two noses, two mouths. And it can be a funny game of peekaboo. So you close your eyes You open your eyes, initiate the triple flare, and then you feel the creative rush, and you're being social with your pet, and it can be quite silly. But I think I'll end the live broadcast here. I want to thank all of those who came, and feel free to ask questions next time. Next week, next Friday, I'll try to aim for 2:30. Don't be shy, as I know it's brand new and it can be an awkward skill, but it's a great skill to master. A great way to make new friends and get the most out of your relationships too. All right, thanks again, and I'll see you next week.